Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Welcome to our 365 daily devotion. Ngayon patuloy pa rin natin pag-aaralan ang kwento ni Moses, no? Kung saan ay natutunan niyang magbahagi ng leadership wisdom, no, through humility. So Moses was called by God to lead Israel out of Egypt. He stood before Pharaoh, stretched his staff over the Red Sea, and received the law on the Mount Sinai. Yet in Exodus chapter 18, we see a different scene. Moses is sitting from morning until evening, listening to disputes and settling cases for the people alone. So what began as faithful service slowly became unsustainable leadership. So God used Jethro, his father-in-law, to protect him. Jethro observed Moses' exhaustion and warned him that this pattern would wear him out and burden the people. So Moses' greatness was not diminished when he listened. No? Instead, his humility preserved. So his calling. So this account teaches us that godly leadership is not about control but about stewardship under God's authority. So sabi sa Exodus chapter 18 verse 23 to 24, if you do this and God is so commands, you will be able to stand the strain, and all these people will go home satisfied. Moses listened to his father-in-law and did everything he said. So sabi sa katuruan natin, una, leadership decentralizes power. So Moses initially carried the entire judicial responsibility of Israel. So while his intention was noble, the structure was flawed. Centralized leadership placed pressure on one man and created dependency among the people. So Jethro's counsel was clear. Appoint capable, God-fearing men over groups and thousands, hundreds, and fifties, and tens. So this principle reveals that authority ultimately belongs to God. So when a leader decentralizes power, he acknowledges that he is not the source of wisdom but a servant of the true king. Decentralization protects both the leader and the people. It prevents burnout, pride, and bottlenecks in decision making. So examine your leadership, So are you holding responsibilities that God intends to share with others? Second is leadership that empowers others to lead. So Jethro did not simply advise Moses to reduce his work. So he instructed him to train and appoint qualified leaders. This required trust. Empowering others means giving them real responsibility and believing that God can use them as well. So empowerment multiplies its impact. Instead of one exhausted leader, Israel gained many capable leaders who carried smaller loads so faithfully. So this reflects God's design seen later in Numbers, So when the Spirit rested on 70 elders to help Moses bear the burden. So leadership in God's kingdom is shared, not hoarded at all. So identify someone you can train this week. Leadership grows when it is given away. And lastly, leadership that is sustainable for the future. So unsustainable leadership may appear strong in the short term but eventually collapses. So Moses would have broken down physically and emotionally if he continued alone. So God cares not only about productivity but also about longevity. Sustainable leadership builds systems that continue even when one leader steps aside. So it prepares the next generation. So this principle echoes in Ecclesiastes, where two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Healthy leadership looks beyond today and plans for tomorrow. So build structures that will outlast you. Think generationally, not temporarily. So application of master the art of delegation. So once you master the art of delegation, sinusunod mo rin ang utos ng Lord, di ba? Siya mismo dinelegate niya kanyang mga disciples. Second is to develop leaders who develop their other leaders also. And lastly, no, mentor, monitor, and migrate.